so chill when you wake up tomorrow and your heart ain't feeling right. I love to steal up all the...
Well, hello, everybody. And I want to thank everybody for taking the time to come in and listen and relax just for a few minutes. A lot has happened over this past week. A lot. I just want to say I'm so grateful that little Lisa was able to get that survey and proved all along that old boy there wasn't telling the truth, not his property. That was really good. That's good news now, isn't it? A lot of good news. Now, I also noticed that everybody's got a lot to say about old Benny Boy there, Mr. Moneybags. You know, if you don't like something, you don't have to listen to it. You don't have to watch it, you know. But I would like to say, please don't be bringing up in other people's channels some derogatory remarks, some nastiness. Let's not do that now. You know, you want to talk on your own opinions, get your own channel. Voice your opinion. It doesn't matter if you have one listener or a million listeners. You know, it doesn't matter. You can just talk and play it back and listen to it yourself. My word. It's everybody's choice. They have a choice. They can choose to go in and listen and participate. Others, it's their choice not to listen and not to participate. But we need to remember why we all came together. We all came together because of little Lisa. Isn't that right now? Isn't that right? We all came together. Why? Because there was a family that was being bullied, that was being harassed, that was being defamed. And why? Because it was all for content for old boy there. We all know his track record now, don't we? We all know that. And you know, he's going to be sympathy farming here shortly. I believe there's going to be some massive sympathy farming, you know, after his live, and then he goes and he edits out his ending. And I do believe that old girl spoke her truth, but I don't think she spoke all of her truth. I think she's got a lot more to say, but I don't think she's going to say it with him around. She probably says it when she's by herself. And everybody remember what was said. She was going to stay until the court case was done. She's going to stay. She's not going to up and leave. Not now. He's got something over her. He's got something over her that she doesn't want to come out. And he's promised to not say anything as long as she stays. But does he really have something on her? Does he really have something on her that could be detrimental to her? What if she never goes back on YouTube once she leaves him? What about that? What if she never goes back on YouTube? It's not going to hurt her that way now, is it? Oh, and everybody knows old boy there doesn't know how to tell the truth, so we wouldn't know if it's truth or if it's fabricated. Now, do we? Let's keep that in mind. He's not 100% truthful now. He might be a negative 100% truthful, but there's a lot of discrepancies in his stories. How he claims that property's his, and then now all of a sudden, whoops, guess what? It's not your property. You lied. You lied about it. Why you gotta lie? Oh, that's right, to get those clicks, to get those views, so you can collect that paycheck. I can tell right now he's probably not a happy camper. He's probably working on a script for his Sunday Night Live to say maybe, oh, I wasn't sure, or I may have been off. It doesn't matter. You still lied. You still lied, boy. You still lied. Mm-mm-mm. Crazy. Everybody has a choice to listen. Everybody has a choice. You know, we got free will to participate where we want to participate. I don't like watching his videos. I have to skim through it. Sometimes I put on the closed caption so I can turn the volume down and then I just read it. but sometimes I go through it real fast, you know. He's not a good person. I wouldn't want to be associated with him. And it makes you wonder why he's alienated his family, why he's alienated so-called friends that he once had. What happened? Well, maybe it's because they didn't want to do what he wanted them to do, you know. Maybe he didn't want them to, you know, say on camera, no, man, I don't think we should do that. That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem right. So about the first time they don't agree with him, you're not his friend no more. Well, shoot, there's a lot of people I don't agree with. Some of them are my friends and some of them are not my friends. You know, that doesn't mean I'm going to toss them to the curb just because we have a disagreement. That's definitely not a good look either. You know, he's burned a lot of bridges that he's not going to be able to go back across. He's burned a lot of bridges with a lot of people. Definitely not a good look for him. Most definitely. Now, I don't like talking about old Benny Boy. Mm, there's just something about him that rubs me the wrong way. You know, it's okay to, you know, give a gift, what have you. But what isn't okay is to call people out and then just poof, you disappear. He's in and out of a lot of people's chats. He's causing problems. He's a pot stirrer, you know. I don't like pot stirrers, you know. I'm too laid back and too easygoing to get caught up in that, and it does get me heated. It makes me hot, and it makes me want to say things I don't want to say. So I don't say things. I just close everything out, and I just have to walk away. But some people like to nudge, to egg it on. You know, I'm not gonna call people out. You know who you are. You don't go flying into somebody's chat and then put something in there and then makes you kind of look foolish. You know who you are. Don't go be acting a fool in somebody's chat. You know, or somebody will call you out for acting a fool, for putting something in somebody's chat that was not cool. People who do that, um, kind of, you kind of resemble a bully. You kind of resemble that, you know. Calling out facts is one thing and supporting those facts, but then just to blatantly put something in there and, to act a fool. Sure, we all like to be recognized, but you know what? You don't have to do it all the time, you know. Every once in a while is a good thing, but not every 5 minutes. Definitely not a good look now, is it? And I gotta say one thing. I like the way Miyagi pulls things together and then creates what is being done. Now look here, boss lady. Boss lady likes coffee. She's crying for some of my coffee and I'm not going to give it to her. So you're going to hear her whine just for a few minutes. Please bear with me. The way that Miyagi does it, it kind of drives a point home. You know, I don't think I could do that because I'd go crazy. I really would. But the way it's put together, it makes you stop and it makes you think about what it is that was said and how it was said and how it was directed. So, y'all keep that in mind now, too, huh? I pop in and out of channels. One of my favorite ones, it was my favorite woodworking channel for a long time. Things started getting out of hand in there. I left. And somebody emailed me and said, hey, we miss your ideas. And I said, well, there was a lot going on in there, and I just couldn't with the people no more. And they said, well, why don't you come back? I said, no, because of a few individuals who were ugly in there. And they said, well, we really miss you, and we'd like for you to come back. And I said, maybe when those people aren't around anymore, or, something, just not my thing. So that's the reason why I don't watch a lot of channels. You know, there's a few epoxy channels that I watch on pouring tables, epoxy tables, those are good channels to watch too. I have got gallons and gallons of epoxy that I've had a long time, and I haven't touched it in years. I like watching it being done. I just don't have my hands shake a lot. I'm not going to get into my health issues. That's a whole other subject. This is not the place for me to air that, but I just don't have the patience with it anymore. Let me just put it that way. So I like watching other people do it. It's kind of a calming effect, to watch people do that, to watch people work with their hands, and explain what they're doing as they go along. Yeah, it was my choice to leave that channel. And everybody has that choice. You can stay or you can leave. You know, nobody can make anybody do anything that they don't want to do. That's their choice. You know, so Miyagi really drives the point home. She makes you stop and think about it. Sometimes I do leave. I may pop in, say hi, and then I'll close the chat box and listen until I just don't want to listen no more, and then I just move on to something else. I'll go get busy doing something here at the house. Or I'll pick up the phone and I'll call old Doc and see what he's been up to. So, it doesn't hurt to just, not be in the chat. It doesn't hurt nobody, you know. But, to kind of show out in chat's not a pretty thing. We don't want that now, do we? Say what you gotta say, man. Just say what you gotta say, you know. Say hi to everybody. Talk about what you had for dinner. Talk about what you got coming up. If you're going, you're going out of town, you're gonna go visit family and friends and stuff. There's no need in the name calling or to be finger pointing to other chatters that you consider your friends. Don't be doing that. But I do see a lot of people in some chats that are no longer in other chats, and I'm wondering, did they get their feelings hurt? Did somebody say something to offend them? If I've said anything to offend anybody, I'm sorry. Come tell me, and I'll apologize to you. Point it out to me. Sometimes we open up our mouths and things come out, and people may take them the wrong way. Sometimes I get flustered with words and they don't come out right, and I look like a complete fool. I stumble over my words. My brain sees a word, but my mouth is going to say something totally different. It happens. It really does. Ain't no shame in it. None whatsoever. I do have some plans for later on today. Today is Friday. And if you hear that, she finally got the last bit of my coffee. She cries, and I can't stand to see this old girl cry. Come on now, boss lady. That's enough. That's the last of the coffee. Oh, my word. Oh, my. Mm-mm-mm. You're a hot mess, puppy. It's just crazy. It just is. But I hope everybody has a good weekend. I'm going to go run into town and pick up some stuff, go by and see my old neighbor lady and check on her and check on Tank and see if she needs anything for that old cat, and see if she needs to go into town and go grocery shopping or go take care of some business or run some errands. So with that, I do hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And everybody, don't forget why we came together. We came together to help that family in Florida. We came together as a family. And if it wasn't for little Lisa, none of this would have been brought to the forefront, now would it? None of this would have came to light, now would it? And we also can't forget about Mr. Bruce, Mr. Matskin now. He stepped up, you know? He stepped up. He's a good man. He's a smart man. Remember why we came together. Let's not be no fussing and fighting. Let's not be no name calling. If you see it going on, yes, point it out by all means, because somebody may have missed it. One of the mods may have missed it. Because the chat does fly, and I can't keep up with it. That's the reason why I closed the chat box. My old eyes can't keep up with it. And I just listen. Ooh, that's right. You can speak your piece, huh, boss lady? All right. All right. She's even telling y'all, don't forget why we came together. So, on that note, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Love one another. And I'll see everybody in the chat on the regulars. Bye, everybody. Say bye, boss lady. Tell him bye-bye. Oh, now you're not going to talk.
I once heard somebody say, this is living don't come easy, and you never find your way. And if you try and walk alone, you're already lost, believe me. And if the word rings true, and there's darkness before light, find somebody and get together, make love last forever, every day.